I'm Morgan Burke, and today my informational speech is about stem cell research. I'm going to show you my audience. Today, stem cell research is a very controversial topic because a lot of people are not fully educated about it. So today I'm going to start off with this graph. This graph shows a public poll, and on this side it's stating that the public didn't have enough information to say whether or not they would approve funding for it. However, afterwards, when they were educated, they would have approved funding for stem cell research. Cancer is deadly. We all know that. Cancer is capable of taking a life, possibly a life you love, like a family member, a friend, or even your own. According to doctors and researchers, there are ways to cure cancer. However, the treatments today do not fully cure that cancer. Stem cells have the great potential to be the cure of cancer because they are able to differentiate. Differentiate means to rejuvenate cells in any area of the body. So they generate new cells to cure the cancer. According to an article called Cancer Stem Cells, a Novel Paradigm for Cancer Prevention and Treatment, an author states, progress in stem cell research and prevention and identification of potential esophageal, gastric, intestinal, colonic, hepatic, and pancreatic stem cells provide hope for use of stem cells in regenerative and medicine treatments for disease. Cancer is a hyperproliferative disease, meaning it's very fast and can spread very fast also. According to the WHO, 1,479,350 people were diagnosed with cancer. Once cancer is treated, there is always a chance of return. However, stem cells can also prevent the return of cancer. It will completely eliminate any cancerous cells. A real cure for cancer means less deaths due to cancer. So less deaths of cancer is an improvement of humanity. So stem cells also improve humanity. Cancer can be very painful and take a lot out of a patient. Along with cancer itself, treatments and meds also take a toll on a patient's body. Wouldn't you want a better option for a loved one? A less painful, more stable option? Stem cells provide families and patients with a better hope for the one diagnosed. There are two types of stem cells that are able to be used, embryonic and adult. Stem cells are building blocks of humans. Embryonic stem cells are undifferentiated from the umbilical cord. So embryonic stem cells are able to be differentiated into any kind of cell. However, the adult ones are already differentiated in a certain area and only are developed in tissues. Many embryonic stem cells can be created from women who need to be vitro fertilizationed. Vitro fertilization means couples use their sperm and eggs that are fertilized in a culture dish. While being culturalized, they are created more than needed. The ones implanted are going to waste, and when they could be used for curing cancer. Stem cells could be great because chemo is bad. Chemo destroys healthy cells while destroying the cancerous ones as well. During chemo treatment, the side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, hair loss, and loss of appetite, fatigue, fever, pain, and easy bruising. Chemo also has long-lasting side effects due to damage of lung tissue, heart problems, infertility, kidney problems, and nerve damage, and also a second risk of cancer. 27% of chemo patients die. Clearly, a lot of pain and agony become of chemotherapy. Stem cells are the controversial topic because they could become unethical, but they're unethical because they're being wasted. What about suffering people today who need to be cured of cancer? What about your loved ones? Stem cells have no side effects or death, so wouldn't you think stem cells would be the better take on this? I have watched a loved one battle through the pain of chemotherapy twice. The second time I was more aware and able to understand why my aunt couldn't be the loving, fun person she always was. Watching her trying to beat cancer again, but slowly losing, was one of the hardest things I've ever watched. and today I do not have her. The last reason the stem cells could be a potential cure of cancer is not because they could just cure cancer. They can also cure anything in the body, like tendons and your spinal cord, which has no effective treatment today. It's not just a cure for cancer, but it could also rejuvenate bodies. The conclusion of my topic would be that there could cure cancer, rejuvenate bodies, and provide cancer patients with a life. Many people have fought cancer and or are still fighting. It's time to have cancer to be the victim. It's time to give cancer a battle it cannot win. This is also a graph showing that chemo patients die over a certain amount of time. This one says 22% live at least 30 years after. This one shows 34% die within 30 years after their injury. So which is the better decision for you, chemo or stem cells?